told your friend you're not okay.
It was a beautiful Sunday morning and you didn't want to waste a second of it by yourself. So you decided to call your boyfriend to hang out and do something. You dialed his number and after few ringings he picked up the call. "Hey babe," he said in his sweet voice as usual. "Hey baby, where are you today? Are you home? Come at my place to pick me up. We will do some hangout together. It's a beautiful day." You tried convincing him. "I'm sorry babe, but I am sick. I won't be able to join you," he said, making a pout. "Oh God, why you didn't tell me earlier? Did you call the doctor? Take some medicines babe. I'm coming at your place, just have some rest," you said, running to the wardrobe and grabbing your heels. You somehow put it in your feet. No, it's fine. I'm not that much sick and you don't need to panic, sweetie. I just catch a minor fever, so there is nothing to be worried about, my love," he said, smiling. "But Jung," you were speaking out, but he coughed and cut the call. Throwing yourself on the bed, you dial your best friend's number. After a few seconds, she received the call. Before you could say something, she yelled out, "Cut the call, whoever you are, miss or mister. You are interrupting my beautiful sleep," she said, burying her head in a pillow. You knew that Shin didn't look at the caller ID, so you let out a chuckle. "Oh, Mayani, it's you. I should have known only my best friend could dare to interrupt my most precious beauty nap. Otherwise, no one else can dare to do this," she said in her sleepy yet loud voice. Shin sounded annoyed, but you knew that if it was someone else that called her right now, she will have found that addresses and the not to be exaggerated, but this is how much Shin loves to sleep. "Shin, get up right now. Let's hang out and do some shopping together. What you say?" you said excitedly. "Are you crazy? You wanna go out at 8 o'clock in the morning? And how you managed to get up so early?" she said, annoyed. 8 o'clock? Are you kidding me? It's 12:30 o'clock, cutie pie," you said, glancing at the wall clock. "What? No way," she checked her mobile phone and a loud scream left her mouth. "What happened?" you asked anxiously. "I had a blind date at 11 o'clock. Oh my, what I would say to my mom now," she replied anxiously. You could hear the ruffling of her blankets and few things being knocked over. "Blind date? Didn't you have it 2 days ago? You are again having a blind date?" you asked, confused. "Oh, come on, Ryan, you know my mom very well. She wants me to date someone rich according to her standards, but you know how picky I am. Every time she asks me that if I like the guy or not, I answer her no. She is arranging dates for me until I find the Mr. Perfect for myself," she said, rushing to her wardrobe. "Oh, Shin, you don't need to hate. Just take your time and calm down," you said, consoling her. "How I can stay calm when I have another blind date at 1 p.m., she said, messing up her wardrobe as she was searching a dress for her. "Another date? Okay, if you have a half an hour, just take a quick shower and then do minimal makeup if you don't wanna get late for your another date," you suggested her. "Excuse me, minimal makeup? Why on earth would I ever step foot outside the room with minimal makeup? You know my mom very well. She is a well-known makeup artist. If I go out for a blind date with a minimal or no makeup, then it will be my last day on this house," she said, opening her huge makeup vanity, which was adorned with branded and cute collections. "Okay, I was just suggesting you," you said. You knew Shin was perfect, but still her mom didn't want her to leave the house without any makeup. According to her, makeup was key point to catch men's eyes, but Shin was not that type of girl. "You knew that I couldn't join you out. Why you don't call Jungsu?" she said while applying blush on her cheeks. "I called him already, but he is sick, so he can't join me," you said, bit disappointed. Sick? Then why you don't go to his place? It's right time for couples to get more closer. You take care of him and then he will get happy that his pretty girlfriend is not only pretty but caring. She said, applying red lipstick on her lips. I asked him but he denied. You said making up out. Why? Then I would say you must go, Mayani, she said. Are you sure? You asked, getting up from the bed. Of course, dear, I am 100% sure about this, she said, and saying goodbye to her, you cut the call. You were already ready, so you looked at yourself in the floor-length mirror and smiled, thinking about Jungkook. You and Jungkook met in Shin's birthday party 2 months ago, and there you both had a chat for a while. You were attracted to him when you saw him for the first time. He had medium brown hair which looked lighter in the sunlight, the doe eyes which shine bright. He is an athlete by profession, so he has nicely built body. He gave me his number. After few minutes of gossiping, then you both met in a cafe and started becoming closer to each other. Then a while later, Jungkook proposed you to be his girlfriend. You took your time and then few days passed when you accepted his proposal. You have been happier ever since because he never fails to make you smile. He has a jolly nature and he always does silly things to make you feel happy and comfortable with him. I was standing in front of the main door of Jungkook's house. I rang the bell and then I saw the door was slightly open. I slowly entered the house and then walked to the huge living room. I was looking around, searching for my cute boyfriend Jungkook. I turned around and all of a sudden I bumped into someone. I looked up and got startled. The boy looked so similar to Jungkook, but I could tell that he was not Jungkook himself. Jungkook had brown eyes, but this man had intense dark eyes shining more than pretty diamond. He had a sharp jawline and one hand was tattooed while Jungkook had only one tattoo and it was around his neck. He had lip piercing too, so it was enough for me to not consider him as Jungkook. Who are you and why are you here in my boyfriend's house? I asked, looking into his beautiful eyes. He looked at me and then put me closer. He grinned. Well, my name is Jungkook. Your boyfriend didn't tell you about me? Oh, that means you are not as special as Tina, Sia, Tara, Jessica, Rosie, Arya, Syra, and Jasmine. So I forgot about one. It was Belu. He said while heart-stopping smile. His hand was still around. What nonsense is this? I almost yelled at him. I am not saying any nonsense. Today Jungkook has you to date with and the next day we would have new too, he said smirking. I glared at him and my nose started to flare. Excuse me, who the hell are you to tell me how long I will stay with my boyfriend? I yelled at him. Correct yourself, madam. Jungkook will decide how long you will stay with him, not you, he said, taking few steps forward to me. He examined me for a couple long, uncomfortable seconds. What are you looking for? I asked in a cold tone. No, I'm not looking for anything. I'm just feeling pity on you. You are a beautiful girl. I know your heart will shatter when Jungkook will break up with you. You must need someone's shoulder to cry on. That time you can contact me where you need my number, he said in a serious tone. I looked at him in an extremely disbelief way. No thanks, I don't need your shoulder to cry on, neither I need your number. I already have a boyfriend and we both are in a relationship, I said in a showing off tone with a smirk around my lips. Jungkook looked at me for a while and then laughed out loudly. I shoot him a stare while crossing my arms over my chest. I'm sorry, so sorry, but I couldn't help laughing. After you said that you both are in a relationship, let's see how long it will last, he said, chuckling while putting his hand on his mouth. I knew he was just exaggerating the thing, so I called for my cutie Jungkook. He must be taking bath as usual, so you can talk to me until he comes back. Trust me, you will love my company as you know how charming I am. He said with a smile, showing off his abs. While I won't lie, he has nicely built body than Jungkook. Oh, idiot Ryan, how you could think of him like that? I shut my eyes when I saw him shirt. What are you doing? I asked while looking down at the floor. Oh, that? It's not a big deal. I usually roam around here in Jungkook's house. Well, I have an apartment to live in, but on weekends I come at Jungkook's place, he said in his deep voice. Who the hell are you and why you look similar to Jungkook? I asked, crunching my eyebrows. You didn't get it? Okay, let me tell you. Jungkook is my twin brother, that's why we look similar, he said, giving me a wide smile. Twin, but why Jungkook didn't tell me about you earlier? I asked, narrowing my eyes. Oh, come on, cutie pie, don't put a lot of pressure on your small brain. As I said earlier, that you are not as special as his other witchy and bold girlfriends, he said, walking closer to me. I stepped back until I fell on the couch as I was so nervous hearing his statement. I know you are lying, I stuttered, gulping down. Suddenly I saw Jungkook descending the stairs. I ran to him and then holding his hand I dragged him inside the living room. This boy is saying that he is your twin brother, I asked him, frowning while giving Jungkook cold stare. Yeah, it's true. I wanted to tell you myself, but it's okay if you knew him yourself, he said, poking my nose cutely. But why you never mentioned that you had a twin? I asked him coldly. Because I didn't find it that much necessary. We are now dating, baby girl. We should focus and lean closer to it. But I jerked him away as I was still angry at him. Why he never mentioned that he had a twin? Am I not that much important to him? I said to myself, and then glaring at him, I left his house with foot stomping. Hey, please listen to me. Did you say something to her? He asked Jungkook. Why will I? He said, shrugging his shoulders. Then why she is behaving like this? Oof, I will have to make her convinced somehow, he said, grabbing the car keys he left outside. Well, let's see how long he will roam around her like an innocent puppy, he said, and laughing sarcastically he crossed his leg over others. It was around 9 o'clock at night and you were sitting in the living room while reading a novel when suddenly the doorbell rang. The door was already open, as you knew Jungkook will surely come to lift up your mood. That's why you were wearing a short dress. Suddenly the doors to the front entrance push open and your eyes turn to the back to witness Jungkook. You pretended to be annoyed by his presence and started reading a novel again. Please don't act so rude. You know I love you so much. I was about to tell you about Jungkook, but that part spoiled all my plan. Look at me, Vayani. Do you think I can hide something from you or deceive you? He said, showing you his innocent cat eyes. You looked at him for a while and then turned your face to the other direction. You know I don't like surprises. If you had a twin, you could just tell me simply rather than waiting for an inappropriate time. You said, crossing your arms over your chest. You are right. I know it's my mistake. Next time I promise I won't hide anything from you, he said, grabbing your face and turning it to his direction. You looked at him and couldn't help but smile when he made funny facial expressions to make you laugh. Jungkook laughed and making you. That's my girl, he said, playing with the strands of your hair. He said in his flirty voice. Yes, baby boy, you replied in the same tone. I came to know that your parents are not home, so I was thinking about. He was speaking out, but you cut him off by putting your finger on his lips. Hey, you, have some patience, let's play a video game. You said, getting up from his lap and handing him a remote. That's not fair. You both were playing video games. You are beyond happy as Jungkook was actually paying attention to you. After playing the video game, you both watched a movie together, and then Jungkook grabbed his phone from the table as it showed a notification. He smiled at the message and typing something back. He blushed heavily. You were looking at him, so it was pretty awkward for you. 15 minutes and he was on his phone while blushing heavily. Feeling bit awkward, you started to tell him about your day. You were talking, but he was not paying any attention. All he was doing, blushing at the text. It was getting out of your control as you glared at him nervously. He was not listening to you, though you called him times. Suddenly he got up with a huge smile on his face. I'm going to the washroom, I will come soon. He said, smiling at you, and walked towards the bathroom while his fingers moving fastly on the mobile phone. 20 minutes passed, but he didn't show up. You got up and walked to your room slowly. You hid behind the curtain when you saw him laying on your bed and talking to someone. I only love you. Oh, why? And she's not my girlfriend. She's just so gay. I broke up with her long ago. She's not my type, you know. He said, smirking. Your jaw dropped and you felt the tear fell down on your cheeks. Okay, bye. Come my home. I'm waiting for you. He said, cutting the call. He got up and walked to the downstairs. He couldn't notice you as you were hiding behind the curtains. You went downstairs while nose was flaring badly. Before you could go and grab him by collar, you heard the front door shut and his car start up again. Once you see his car left, you grabbed your car keys from the table and ran outside to chase Jungkook. You needed revenge. You wanted that he admit into the hospital. Reaching his house, you ran to the main door, which was already unlocked. There you saw him standing and talking to someone on the phone. His back was showing you, sobbing heavily. Ran to him and back hugged him. How you could deceive me? Tell me all I heard was a lie, you said, and started to cry heavily. I knew he will hurt your innocent heart too, he said, sighing heavily. You're soon back off when you realized it was Jungkook. You were, where is Jungkook? You asked, wiping off your tears. He is upstairs with his girlfriend Lily, he said, feeling pity on you. You looked at him and wiping your tears, you looked upstairs. We'll teach you a good lesson, Jeon Jungkook, you yelled, walking downstairs while Jungkook walking behind you. Reaching the upstairs, you opened the door with nose flaring, and there you saw him. Shutting your eyes in a disbelief, you groaned, and then walking to him, you grabbed him by his collar that he fell on the floor like a cockroach. How dare you to deceive me? You yelled at him while a girl looked at you scared, and picking up her high heels from the floor, she ran downstairs. Jungkook glared at you and then getting up from the floor, he raised his hand, but luckily Jungkook held his hand and pushed him to the floor. This is not what we were taught, he said with hands balled into fists. Jungkook held your hand and dragging you downstairs to his car, he made you sit in it until you both reached his apartment. You were just crying during the whole ride while Jungkook was trying to comfort you. He extended you a glass of water. You took the glass from his hand and putting it on the side table, you pulled him towards you. Jungkook's eyes widened as he looked at you, gulping down. Are you sure? He asked with his doe eyes. You nodded. Be a good girl. It is said that Vayan was admitted to the hospital in the next morning.